Hi guys! Welcome to another episode of So Not Scary. Today I'm going to share with you how I made these really cute drawstring bags with a Harry Potter theme using only my mini sewing machine and some simple stamps. So let's go ahead and get started. I have a large piece of leftover curtain fabric and I'm going to fold it in half lengthwise, and then I'm going to press down on that crease really well using a hot iron. So with this fabric we're going to make several small drawstring bags at once, which is why I'm using a really long piece of sturdy fabric. It feels almost like cotton canvas, and before long we're done pressing down on the crease of this long strip. Just keep going until you've got a nice sharp crisp crease down the middle of that fabric. All done. And now I'm going to fold over one top edge of that fabric, roughly about an inch, and then press that edge down as well and give it a nice sharp crisp crease. Just keep folding. This isn't an exact science. Make sure that when you press down you can clearly see that line where you are making the crease, because that'll help you create the piping for running your string really easily. So just keep going, and there we are. We've approached the end on one side. Now we flip the fabric over and I'm going to fold down around an inch of the fabric again on the other side at the top and press down again. There we are, making some nice crisp creases as we go. This is a really easy step. In fact, the whole process is super easy. And as you are pressing down, just make sure that you're matching up the edges as best as possible, okay? So once these edges are done, we're going to fold over the top edge one more time, okay? So we're folding it over twice in total and then press down again. So in this way, we are making a nice long, neat and tidy tube to run our string through for the drawstring closure. So just keep pressing as you fold and shift the fabric, making some nice crisp creases, and before long one side is done. There you can see it. And now we're going to flip the whole thing over and repeat the process on the other side. So taking a nice hot iron, we're pressing down on the top of the fabric, rolling it over twice, okay? So we have no raw edges exposed. So just keep shifting and moving the fabric as you go. And remember, the pretty sides of the fabric are facing each other when you folded it. All done now. That's nicely creased on top. Now I'm going to take a pen and make a tiny mark along one corner of the folded edge. And now I'll use a ruler and drop a vertical line on top of that mark. And this will be the start of the first drawstring bag. Now I'm going to take my ruler and mark out a point which dictates how wide the bag is going to be, and I'm going to drop another vertical onto that mark. And I'll keep going, making marks at equal widths and dropping vertical lines onto those marks. And this way I've marked out, I think, around 11 total bags in one go, as you will see. So that's 11 bags when I count them back. Now I'm going to take some quilting clips and clip them all along one top edge of this long strip of fabric that we just folded up. And this is to keep the rolled edges pinned together while we sew. One side is done. Now we flip it over and repeat the process on the other folded edge as well. And this will make sure that nothing shifts too much while we're sewing. So that's all clipped down and ready to go. Now there it is, and we're going to put it underneath the presser foot of our mini sewing machine, and we're going to try and match the thread color as closely as possible to the fabric. And with that, we're going to start sewing a nice straight line all along that top folded edge of our fabric. And we have to make sure that we leave a nice enough space to run drawstrings through that little tunnel that we are creating. Guys, if this tutorial is making sense, please do give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. That's it, let's go ahead. Now we're going to repeat the same process with the other side of the fabric as well. And so once again, lining up the left edge of our presser foot with the bottom folded edge of the little tunnel you're making, we're just going to sew a nice simple straight stitch all along that folded tube. So just keep removing the clips as you sew, and before long you will reach the end of the tube. Now we have to sew straight lines along both the sides of the green lines we drew. So first we're going to clip everything together to keep the layers from shifting, and then we're going to take the whole project to our mini sewing machine and sew straight lines along both the edges of the lines that we drew with a pen. Okay, so first we're going to line up one edge of the presser foot with the green line, and after sewing all along that line, we're going to swivel the project around and line up the other edge of the presser foot with the green line. Remember to leave the top folded over edge alone. Don't sew over that because we have to pass drawstrings through that tube. Okay, so don't seal that off, please, and just keep going, stitching straight lines on both sides of those pen lines. Okay, and before long you will realize that you have finished sewing on both the sides of those green lines or whatever pen lines that you made. Just keep going nice and steady. There we go. It's really easy. It goes along really quickly. Okay, and now I'm going to take a small pair of scissors and just tidy up any loose threads that have been sticking out from all that sewing. Okay, so first tidy up the threads on one side and then flip the project over and tidy the threads up on the other side. All done. Now I'm going to take my zigzag scissors, also called pinking shears, and carefully cut along the pen lines. Okay, so the pen lines run between the division of two drawstring bags. Okay, and we're using them so that there are no frayed edges. Traditionally, when you're making big drawstring bags, people actually use serger machines to seal the edges of the fabric, but we don't have to go through all that trouble because these are small little party giveaway bags anyway. So pinking shears, also called zigzag scissors, are just fine for purpose. And now we're also going to trim away the corners of those stitched sides. Okay, so cutting just beyond the stitch line, use a sharp pair of scissors and trim away the corners, and this will reduce the bulk and give us nice sharp crisp corners when we turn the bags right side out. So there we are, we turn them right side out. Make sure you don't pull too hard on the edges because we haven't done any reverse stitches there, and now use something sharp and pointy to poke the corners out. Okay, all done. Now we're going to take the whole stack of bags to our ironing table and press all of these bags out nice and flat, getting rid of any creases. Okay, and this will give our projects a nice crisp clean finish. Now I'm going to take a piece of cardboard and slide it inside one of the bags. Okay, and then I'll take my ink pad and my rubber stamp. This is a Hogwarts stamp, and I'm going to ink up my stamp and press it nice and hard onto that little bag, and the cardboard will stop the ink from seeping in through to the other side. There it is, and here's Ron's car. There we are, all stamped up, and now we press down hard and that stamp is all done as well. Now I'll take some string and measure it slightly longer than twice the width of each drawstring bag. Okay, and then I will measure multiple lengths of this measured length. Okay, and this is going to be twice the number of the drawstring bags that I've made. Okay, and once I do that, I'm going to take a sharp pair of scissors and trim them up. Now I'll wrap up one end of the string around a safety pin and run it through one of the tubes in the first drawstring bag. And once the safety pin comes out, I'm going to slide it back again through the tube on the other side and pull it through. and once I've got both the ends with me, I'm going to do a simple knot, and I'll repeat it onto the other side of the drawstring bag as well. And in this way, we're going to create a pull mechanism to close the drawstring bag very easily. And there it is, all done. Look how easy it is to close and open, close and open. And there you have it, they're done. Look, this is the one with Hogwarts on it, and this is the one with Ron's car on it. And I've got another stack of these guys just sitting there waiting to be threaded. But look how cute these drawstring bags turned out. And you can make a whole lot of them, a whole bunch of them in one go. Let me quickly show you what they look like if I fill them up. So I'm planning to put in some little diaries. Not exactly this one, but this size of a diary. I've ordered them, so they're gonna be in the post soon. So that goes in, and let's see if we can stuff a little pen or a pencil in there and see how it looks. So there it is, that goes in, and voila! How sweet is that? That looks so cute. It was so easy with just our little mini sewing machine and a few stamps. So you can simply just recycle old fabrics. This was a piece from an old cut-up curtain, okay? So you can use up old curtains or any other fabric leftovers and make a whole bunch of these for any upcoming birthdays. And then you can stamp them with any themed stamps that you like. This will make like a really special keepsake after the party as well. The kids won't throw them out because they can keep on putting their little toys in there and carry these little pouches around with them. So you've saved a lot of money, and this is something so special that your kid is going to remember as well for his or her birthday. So yeah, go ahead, try it out, try making these cute little drawstring bags, and let me know how they turned out. I hope you liked this tutorial, guys. If you did, please do give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, and I shall see you Tuesday. Bye!